They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on. Stop the 19 wide.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion left is Watkins. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 36 yards. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ballgame.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Second and 5 now. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Man open left side is Brown. A little juke. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They'll run with Sanders.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Did your high school have that same push 'em back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter if we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one? This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
45 yards.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing a get pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going deep here for Watkins.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
39 yards.
And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League. Rodgers now on first down. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
To the 43, second down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD, trailing on the scoreboard.
And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing right away.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Okay.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long.
19-5.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Here's Hurts to throw. Powers through it.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Steelers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And able to find Allen Lazard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From way up at the 23. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Steps away. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 53 yards.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Come on. Hey. 6, 3, 7, 60.
To throw again on second down. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. One that's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
Finding space at the 40. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. From the 10.
Well, now how about this return?
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he stopped immediately there.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere
Essentially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Preston Smith, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now receiver in motion left. Touchdown, Eagles!
Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
1 second, all that remains. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus.
He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short pass.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? And maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks. Say, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rodgers to throw once more. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to work. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones,
34 yards.
and the Packers have retaken the lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. But first down, Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
going on fourth down with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that will keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go right back to it for 20 and a first. A give to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works and clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard, and this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. A nice pickup of 17 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Another run with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hurts.
And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Touchdown! Josiah DeGuara from 6 yards away. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Mason Crosby for the point after.
Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.